Hoi Hoi! My name is Kitsundere van Lonelyheart, or Kitsu Noshi for short, and today I want to do something like a separate. Hoi Hoi! My name is. Okay, I'm not going to do another start. So I want to talk a little bit of myself. Like a second debut. Anyway, so I started as a VTuber like 5 years ago, and I was inspired to do so after discovering Takanashi Kiara from Hololive. She was my first introduction to VTubing, and what I really like about Hololive myth, my brain is farting again. Anyway. What I really like about Hololive Myth, and the reason why why I'm sticking to VTubing that much, is that their avatars, their characters, are like heavily fantasy RPG designed, and like for me, that was like it was always like a way, like VTubing was always like a way for me to try to express myself in a fantasy RPG way. Oh my god, I'm way too nervous to do this. Anyway, I don't even have music. Maybe I should add some music. Nah, who cares about music, right? Nobody cares about music. Anyway, I was doing YouTube. I was doing YouTube before I did you know. I have an idea. Wait, I have the Master of Orion soundtrack on my desktop. How about using Master of Orion music? That's background. I totally forgot that I need background music for this. I was completely unprepared. I wrote a script, but that's it. Okay. Where is the fucking window? I started it, but... Huh? Am I stupid? Hold on a Oh yeah, hold on a second. Where's the fucking window? Did the window spawn on my tablet? Ah. No, it didn't. Huh? Wait. I hear the music, but I have no window. So I can't even make it louder. Ah, okay, it's integrated in Steam. That's so stupid, I hate that. Okay, anyway, this is probably the most scuffed second debut ever. It's probably even worse. Oh my god, no, it's too loud. Probably even worse than my first debut, but whatever, that's funny, I would stick to it. Oh my god, the music is still too loud. Okay, now it's the same the same loudness as it was before. And now I don't hear anything anymore because... Okay, whatever. I will try to ignore that. Yeah, so I've been doing YouTube before becoming a VTuber for like 9 years. I was only doing it in German and unsuccessful. And then eventually, when I discovered that Kiara was German as well, it inspired me to try it out internationally and also do VTubing. Yeah, I mean, one interesting thing that I realized is when I was watching other VTubers, like nobody does VTubing for like the fantasy aspect of it, or like the character aspect. Like some roleplay, but it's more like hee I'm quirky and stuff like that. I think I'm pretty much alone in this regard. And to be fair, I've never really did work on my VTuber, but I will talk about this later. So I was always like when I was VTubing, I was always working part-time. I'd like to earn at least some money. Until like a year ago, when I decided to do full-time, well, I was working part-time, I was only working 5 hours a day, and then I decided to work full-time. And that was the worst decision in my life. Because like I genuinely thought that because I was able to endure 4 hours of work, that I would be able to endure 3 more hours. But what I didn't calculate is that working 3 more hours just doesn't mean that you spend 3 more hours on work. It also means that you have 3 less hours to rest. And eventually my daily routine ended up going to like waking up, going to work, coming home from work, and go to sleep. And whenever I wanted to like record something or like just play video games in general, I was like, yeah, I had to take like a day off, because even at weekends, I was just too exhausted, and the music is getting too loud again. Holy shit. Okay, and then like it's going to be too quiet again because it's switching to the next track. Okay, whatever. Yeah, so I was just I've got a burnout very quickly. Another thing that I forgot to mention is like like me about VTubing, like me watching Kiara, like I essentially only watched her for 2 years, and after that it just wasn't as interesting anymore, and I completely tuned out of VTubing. Like in general, I wasn't watching anything related to VTuber, but I was still doing like my own recording sessions because I've enjoyed talking to myself. It's like a self-therapy. So even when nobody watches my videos, I still enjoy doing it. Yeah, but then like a year ago, I started full-time working, which means I had even less time to do so. That was also the moment where I decided to stop playing Genshin Impact, because I developed at the point they released new content quicker than I could complete the old one, like the old content, and I was developing FOMO, like fear of missing out, because of that. And so I've had to make a decision that I stopped playing Genshin Impact. Which kind of sucks, because I really liked that game, but it was just taking too much time, like taking 3 hours to complete a quest. Like essentially, when I compared that to Siege of Avalon, where like I was playing 1 hour and I've made so much progress, like playing 1 hour of Siege of Avalon completely satisfied me, while playing 3 hours of Genshin Impact did not satisfy me at all. Yeah. So I really hated working 8 hours, but I endured it because I had a goal in mind. Like there was a reason why I went to full-time, which was because I wanted to buy a house. Not just for me, but also for my mother, as like her retirement, well, like so that she doesn't have to worry about paying rent once she's retired. And in January this year, I was able to buy a house with her together. And then 2 months later, I've got fired. So I literally bought a house, and then 2 months later, I've got fired. And yeah, that was like a horrible moment. But the thing is, I was a little bit happy that I didn't have to work there anymore, because it was just like the work was just breaking me down, and I was thinking that I would be able to find a new job very quickly, because I I have like no standards and I would just accept any jobs. But this didn't work out. Like, I was genuinely thinking that I would find a job quickly, but no. Also keep in mind, like if you're listening to this and you're in America and you're thinking, yeah, our job market is fucked. Well, I'm not living in America. I'm living in Germany, and I did not expect the German job market to be as fucked as the American one, but apparently it is. Yeah, so I've been unemployed now for almost 5 months. And I only had 2 job opportunities. And the first one, I kind of fucked up because I had I don't know what's called, is it called a trial day? I had it, ouch, that was my hand against my my microphone, because my microphone is directly in my face. Yeah, so I had 2 job opportunities, and one of them I did a trial day, and that was a completely fuck up because it was like one of the hottest days, and I essentially broke down after 4 hours. It was just too hot for me. If I had, like, I went to my temporary boss and told him, dude, I can't take this anymore. I can't do this. It's too hard for me. And like essentially I left, because if I had stayed any longer I would probably what do you call it, Google help me, I don't know what the phrase, I don't know how to say the phrase. Why am I not finding Google Translate? Okay, Google Translate is over there. Okay, faint. It's funny, I've just translated a sentence into from German into English, and it said faint spell, a fainting spell. So if I have stayed any longer, God would have cast a fainting spell on me, I guess. Something like that. Yeah, anyway, I would have fainted. And yeah, so that was a no. And the second one was like, it was so stupid. I felt like I was launched into a drama between like 3 to 4 different companies. So the TLDR of the story is that I needed special clothing because it's like a food, it's like food work, like working in a food environment, and to prevent contamination, you need special food clothings. And the issue is I need 5XL, but the largest one they had was 3XL, and they didn't want to buy bigger sizes for me, right? So that's like the TLDR. But the longer story is that it's like a clusterfuck of different companies who are supposed to work for each other, and the company who is responsible for managing everything just was a complete yes. So after all of this, I needed a break. I needed something that would cheer me up and distract me from this bullshit, so I came back to YouTube and started watching VTubers again. And so much shit has happened. So like I haven't watched VTuber for like 3 years, and so much has happened. Like, first things first, I do know that Gura graduated, but there is like, I don't know what's going on. There is this other VTuber which is suspiciously similar to Gura, so I have not watched a video of her yet, honestly. I don't know. I feel a little bit hesitant in going back to all of this, because I just can't connect to it anymore, right? So anyway, there's that. And then there were other VTubers who have left Hololive. And like I was in shock about that. Like, wait, what? How? Why did they all leave? Like, why were they forced to graduate or something like this? And then when I take a look at the new ones, I'm like, excuse me, what the hell is going on? Who are those people? Why are they like this? Why do they make me feel like I'm 1,000 years old? You know, when I was watching Kiara, I always had the feeling that Kiara is somewhat around my age, right? When I watch like I don't even know the names. I think Gigi is probably, well, Gigi is probably the best example for that. When I was watching like some clips of her, she made me feel like I'm 1,000 years old, or like at least 40 years old. Like I'm not an unk, I'm a great unk, something like that. Yeah, so there's no way that I can connect back to that. Oh, dude, the clips about her wanting to play League of Legends with Kali are so, they're so triggering. Like, I used to play League of Legends like 8 years ago. That was seriously 8 years ago. Like, I played League of Legends when it was Season 2. That makes me also feel 1,000 years old. Anyway, League of Legends is cringe. I had to stop playing League of Legends because it's giving me depression. And stop playing League of Legends kind of cured my depression. Well, at least it cured the depression that I had because of League of Legends. Anyway, this is enough about my personal life. Now I want to talk about my channel and what I want to do with it. Since I'm unemployed now and I don't really have that much hope about finding new employment soon, I want to invest more time into VTubing. And this video is supposed to act as my rebirth. Streaming. I don't think I can stream. I've tried streaming like a few weeks ago, but my internet is just too bad, and that's probably not going to change. Right now I have like a 100k copper. Yes, copper cables. I only have 100k, and they're not going to be replaced with fiber soon. Like the thing is, it's a I don't know how to say it. It's a street thing, right? Like I'm living on a street. I'm living in a house on a street, and like whether the street gets upgraded or not depends on whether the people that are living here want to. And there are a lot of old people living here, and they don't care about fiber, so it's not going to upgrade soon. In addition to that, I also have only a VLAN connection right now. That's supposed to change, but I need a new kitchen. I need to redo the electronic in my kitchen, and this will cost 10k, right? It will cost 10k, and once the kitchen is done, the electricians will also install an access point into my study, and then I could have a LAN connection, more stable internet, and I could try streaming then, but that is not something reasonable, like not in the near future. So I will try streaming, but I will probably not stay with it. Like, especially if I don't have a job, then I will just never, like if I don't get a job, I will never be able to afford a kitchen. Okay, so now comes the most important part about this video, which is, I've worked a little bit on my models. I upgraded it a bit, and I gave it different outfits. Now, to be fair, all of this is still basic Real Studio. I was trying to, like, you can customize the clothing by drawing on it. And I'm just not good at it. I've tried to. I don't have the patience for it. I don't have the skills for it. I don't have the creativity for it. which is why like you see the avatar right now. It's like one of the most basic avatars someone can imagine, and that's all I was able to. You see like those two people in the background right next to me. These are other avatars that I created at the same time. They were created with some input of my friends. And I do think they look nice, but I don't have any creativity for myself. I don't know why. Like, as a hobby, I'm creating video game characters. Like, essentially, I'm writing on a video game universe, right? And I'm creating characters for them. And when I create them, I'm far more creative creating them than when I create something for myself. Like when I create like my own character, and I don't understand why. Anyway, so I am going to. So I'm going to first show the full. Right. So this is the full. Hold on a second. Right, so okay, so I'm going to save that. Right, so save. Okay, so this is essentially the full character. Like pretty much boring. And now I'm going to do this. And I'm going to change the avatar and show the first one that I want to show. Tada! Oh wait. Tada! So, like as you can see, I've upgraded the base model a little bit. Hoi Studios now has tails, and so I was able to add a tail. Technically I'm supposed to be a 9-tailed fox, so I could have added more tails, but I feel like it would be a little bit too much. Like this one tail is fine, and you can see it depending on how I move. What's really annoying me is like how stiff the 3D character is, but I don't have tracking, and I will probably not be able to afford tracking. So it is fine. Like I'm going to use the close-up anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. But for this presentation, it kind of sucks. So I decided to go like with a suit, because that's like something. What the fuck? What's the music going on? Which soundtrack is this? Combat Space. Ah, combat. Yeah, so this is essentially like a suit, a tuxedo, or a what's the male mate called again? Butler? Is it just butler? Is it the same? Whatever, right? So this is like a butler costume, or not costume, outfit that I would wear like for a special occasion. Okay. Alright, oops, that was wrong. This one, so, excuse me, so, okay, so the next two that I want to show, so the issue with Hoi Studio is that most of the outfits are designed for females, so the next two are going to make me look like a fanboy, anyway, so, okay, ta-da! It looks a little bit bad because it has the shadow. I like it has the breast shadow. So I did not thought about this. I just realized that there's a breast shadow. I was thinking about I wanted like one of the outfits that I wanted to have is like a white mage like outfit from Final Fantasy, and I was thinking this one looks like the most like a white mage, like not necessarily like the white mage in Final Fantasy because it's like the white mage has like red outlines or like red in it and not blue. I was trying to do a hat for this one, but like the issue is that the issues that I had is that the hats that the white mages wear are essentially just like hoodies, right? They have hoodies. And what's weird about Hoi Studio, despite having hoodies as like one of the base clothing, they do not have a hoodie as a hat. So the only other option I mean, there are some other hats. What I've tried to do was take like a witch hat and make it look more like a white mage's hat, but then again I had to draw on it and that was just not going to happen. I genuinely tried, but the issue is my drawing tablet. So like, first things first, my drawing tablet is pretty small. I think it's actually not small, it's medium sized, but to me it's very small because I have Titan sized hands, and so that was an issue. And then if you draw in Clip Studio, the area that you can draw in is even smaller and you cannot zoom in. So me drawing in Visual Studio it's just not going to happen. It will never will. I want to try it again, but I'm going to try it somewhere in the future, not in the near future. Alright, so the last one that I want to show you is my favorite, and it's probably the one that I'm going to use as my main. Now this one will make me look like a fanboy even more, but I like it, so I guess I'm just going to embrace it. Ta-da! So I like this one because it to me it looks like it's something that an adventurer of the duelist class would wear. So I really like it. Since it reminded me of a duelist, what I wanted to do is I downloaded Blender and I wanted to try make a dagger, not a dagger, a dagon or a rapier for it. So I did like 2 hours, I tried it for 2 hours, watched multiple tutorials, and then I got frustrated because I didn't understand anything. Like, it took me 2 hours to figure out how to spawn in a mesh in Blender. That's not a good time. I think I'm genuinely too stupid for Blender. So I gave up on that. Also, the tail kind of makes me look like I have like what is it called? I have like a Chinese hair, whatever it's called. Like essentially the thing that Aoife has. It kind of looks like it. Like hair going from my down or something like that. Whatever. Anyway, so like I'm not doing full body anyway, so like the one, nope, that's not what I wanted to click. I don't even know what it means, so I will ignore that. So like essentially this is what I'm going to use the most, and I think it looks quite nice. So yeah, well, that's it. I was yapping for almost 30 minutes. I would say that I'm going to end this video here, and then let's see what's going to happen in my future.